Today is vlog number 76 of trying to build my membership Undeterred to $15,000 per month or more by April. And it's just one of those days where it feels like, man, this is so far away. It feels so far away. I'm not even at like $700 a month right now, and I have 2 months that I gave myself to do this. 2 more months. Man, just it's one of those days where you're just like, bro, is this ever gonna actually work? Like, how far away is this? And it's like, I feel like I'm making progress. I feel like it's on the right path, but it's just like the finances of like getting it there, bro. I'm tired of worrying about like money for rent, like getting people in, people not understanding what it is, and it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. And I want to document these moments because I feel like sometimes people feel like they're the only one that feels like that as they chase their dreams, and people only want to show, they only want to show the good stuff. And I don't want to be like that because I know how hard it can be to achieve your dreams. But anyways, I feel like sometimes you just got to have faith, you know, or not even sometimes, a lot of times you got to just have faith and trust that like God's gonna provide, man. Like I was just telling my friend Taylor, I'm like, if I were to be in prison right now, all the stuff that I'm doing right now, I would be missing. I'd be like, man, but I had breakfast, I had a good apartment, I had Netflix, I had Wi-Fi, I could do this and that. But sometimes we don't appreciate those things. So I don't want to be like the Israelites where God was like, hey, I'm gonna take you to the promised land, but the journey was still difficult and somewhat tough along the way, and they just always complaining. And I want to make sure that I appreciate, you know, the blessings that God has given me. But at the same time, I'm just like, bro, oh my God, how the hell am I going to get to 15K in 2 months? Which, man, I don't know. I feel like what God is telling me to do is like, don't focus so much on the finances. Focus on helping people. Go out, help people. And I just need to like find the people that I know and like literally help them with the dreams that they have. Man, I'm so frustrated right now, bro. I can't even think straight, man. I'm just like, bro, so much going on. My wife is in Orlando. Haven't seen her in a while. People feel like whenever I talk to even friends, like they don't understand the membership. People are watching the vlogs. People don't comment. It's just like a lot on top of everything, bro. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. This is just one of those days where I'm just like, bro, I wish I could just go to sleep for 2 months, bro. Time stop, bro. I'm really over it right now. I'm really over it. I'm feeling defeated. The difference is I won't stop. I'm not gonna just give up, but I really feel just worn out today. Man. Tired of explaining to people why they should join, even though they always ask me help for stuff. I'm tired of friends spending money on other expensive stuff when it's like I could have helped them for way less than what they charge and they could get way better help. I'm tired, bro. Just tired. I'm tired. Man, I'm tired, bro. But what I'm gonna keep doing, what I feel God's calling me to do is like help people, man. Don't worry so much about the finances. Take care of the people. God's like, I've been providing for you. Doesn't look exactly how you like, and I'm getting stressed over things that it's not necessarily a problem at this very second, or even if it is, but it just feels like everything's falling apart. But God's like, man, I've been providing for you, bro. So just keep pushing. Like, you got to focus on the people. So I got to focus on the people that I know, like actually helping them, not just trying to get them into the membership, but like actually helping them. What do you need help with? Do you need tips? Do you need motivation? Do you need connections? Do you need advice, feedback? What do you need? Helping them, and then sharing that to other people, and then they can see like, hey, this is the social proof that I could help you with that. And so I know a lot of people. I just really got to help people on a consistent basis instead of only focusing on the sales. So today, what I need to do, I gotta send some emails. Somebody was asking me recently for some travel tips. I can share some of that in emails and be like, hey, if you would like I've been traveling the world for the past 4 years, if you need help with that, join the membership. So I think what my life needs to be, every day I'm helping people to achieve their dreams. People need different things, not just mindset. I hate when people think that what I'm doing is only mindset, bro. Like, that is not gonna just help you achieve your dreams if I'm just clapping my freaking hands. So stop saying that if you think that. Like, for me, when I say I'm helping somebody achieve their dreams, it's the different things they need. Sometimes people need connection. Sometimes people need advice, feedback. Sometimes people need to know what their dream is. Sometimes people need, accountability. Sometimes people need motivation. Sometimes people need, there's different things that they need. There's just different setbacks that people face and they give up. But whenever you're undeterred, you don't give up. And so this is one of the intros where I usually don't ramble this long at the intro, but maybe it's there for a reason. Maybe it's something I'll look back on. Maybe this helps someone, but I gotta help people today. I gotta help people every day. I just gotta be a helpful person, not focus so much on the funds. Trust that God's gonna provide, and eventually I'll achieve my dreams. Or maybe God doesn't even care about those dreams, and He's like, bro, just help people, and just help the people, and it's all gonna work out. You know what I mean? So I think 2 months isn't a long time, but also 2 months is a long time. So if I'm really genuinely helping people and then sharing that in emails, sharing that in content, sharing that on the blogs, people are gonna know, like, damn, this dude's helpful, and you never know what can happen. So, all right, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna get some work done, and I'll come back. Thank you for tuning in to this rant, and if you can relate with how I'm feeling today, let me know in the comments. So one thing that I just did, and as you can see, it's another thing I got to deal with. Like, this payment failed. If I can't pay this, my whole membership gets shut off. But hopefully it gets taken care of. Every day I come in here and I add like a voice message for our members, just kind of like hyping them up. So what I realized is I need to make those I need to record those as if I'm talking to like one specific person and not just like a group. So that way when people listen to them, they're like, okay, it's like I'm speaking to them, because the whole point of me even having those is like, I know there's days like for me where you feel freaking defeated. And if I had somebody sending me a voice message every day that was a little bit farther than me, that would be super helpful. And so that's what I want to do with those. So even when I'm feeling down, I'm like, man, I still want to motivate other people. So that's where it's like, if you need that as you chase your dreams, you need, like, maybe that's the thing that you need. It's like, man, when you're having days like this, most people around you aren't really trying to lift you up or motivate you. Like, that I'm going to be in there sending you a voice message, a video message, or a text message Monday through Friday to lift your spirit. So if that's something that you might need, link below, check out the membership. So in my mind, you're creating content to get exposure, and a lot of that is for like restaurants and different businesses, but some of those are for free. But you're not just going there and eating for free, you're actually documenting the journey, because it's free but you're still using it. So I think for me, I got to do the same. Like, I'm all about helping people, and some of that is going to be free. Like in the beginning, like people weren't paying you to go to these restaurants, so you just have to go and then show people, this is what I can do. So I think for me, it's like, and some of those places you just actually want to go. Yeah. So there's certain people that I just want to help. Like, bro, you're my friend, you're whoever. Like, I'll just help you, but I still want to show it. Just like if you're my friend, I might not charge you to go to your restaurant, but even if I have to pay, I want to show other people, like, this food.
Exactly.
So it's like, I think for me, it's like, even if I need to just, like, the people that I'm connecting with, I could help. Even if I'm helping them for free, it's not just for free. Yeah. Because I have to make sure that before I wasn't letting people know, though. I'm just like helping all these people, but like no one knows what I'm helping them with, how I'm helping them with. But I think if I document that becomes some of the content, like you said, that gets you, like, that's what you focus on. It's like, I'm not just reaching out to people. I'm like,
yeah. Well, and also, like, for me, doing a lot of that stuff kind of helped me keep my authenticity, I guess, because it's like, yeah, I do paid collaborations, but like there's a lot of videos that I have where it's like I'm not getting paid to talk about like the castle in Rozafa, like in Shkoder, Albania. Like, that was just me there doing that video on my own. It's just something I just really wanted to do and show people. And so, like, having that kind of like those parts of the business where it's like not every aspect of it is about like making money from this video, but it does provide value for me because it's something I enjoy. Yeah. But it also is providing value because other people can watch it, and I can kind of continue making money later on down the road. So it's connected to it, but it's like not every single video I'm doing is like, this
that makes sense. I didn't think about it in that sense. I kind of thought about it, but it's more clear to me now. Where it's like when I'm in these places, like just helping people, even if it's not for money,
Yeah.
and I document that, is going to do a lot. Because like I'm helping that person, which they're going to appreciate. The content helps me grow my brand, and then other people will be like, oh, you helped this person. It's kind of like with yours. Like if I am a restaurant and I see you at some castle place, like, okay, it's cool. Like he's getting views. But if I see you do another burger place, I'm like, hey, I have a restaurant. Can you do mine? So I think if somebody wants to travel and I help them, and someone doesn't want to travel, they're like, oh, I like this guy. Like, let me still follow him. But then if somebody else wants to do the same thing and they see that I helped with that problem, it's not really about the messaging. It's like you just saw it. Like, this is the proof. So you don't have to explain to people like what you do. It's like you saw it. Like, bro, like, you saw that it has hundreds of thousands of views, all these shares. Like, that's what I do. You want it or not? This has the price.
Yeah.
You pay me $30. All right, bro, kick out.
Yeah, and it's cool to have like that balance, because even it all comes back to you in some way, shape, or form, right? I mean, it's also like about helping other people, of course, if that's what that's what you do. And I mean, what I do is like just to show people about Albania, like show them about the country, and also like here in Morocco, show people about like the culture and stuff like that. So you're providing value to people, but it's also good for you as well. For of course, when you do make money from collaborations, but like, it's nice to just be able to do videos or whatever, or to help people out or connect with them and just like help out. And and at some point later on, you get paid back in that in some other way.
It's like for Bassam, you weren't necessarily like, hey, bro, this is how much it's going to be.
Yeah.
And then because of that, like we've been able to, like he's helped us in certain ways, and other people, I've seen your videos. I think I wasn't really necessarily thinking about that in terms of the content or how to do it. I was like, how do I do this? But it's like, because I'm thinking like when I go to these places to help them, they need to be a member. That way I can help them.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like with what you're doing, you don't have to pay me in order for me to make a video all the time. Yeah. Like I can make a video, and then through that, other people see it. And then if we didn't know Bassam that well, and we just went there and you did it, I would imagine some of those people would be like, hey, that video did well. How much would it be for you to do like some more?
Yeah. And it also just helps kind of keep things more organic, I guess. Because if every single thing you did was only about like making money and bringing in members, I feel like you would lose a lot of the genuineness in it, and it would be like over a while you would get kind of burnt out, because you were like, dang, this is you like, because people, I mean, money is great to make, but like if that's all you're doing, then you kind of like lose sight of what you were doing in the first place. Yeah,
I think like maybe the way I've been building it, and I kind of see where like some people might think like, oh, you just want me to be a member, but it's like I really want to help you, but it comes across as like just being a member is maybe like if you're doing what you're doing and you have restaurant friends or friends that own restaurants and they're not doing well, and you're like, bro, just pay me, bro, and I'll do this video. It is true. It's like, I'm not just trying to make money from you. I can genuinely help you. But I think some of that is just like, in the beginning, if you don't have the people already paying you, like just go help them.
Yeah.
And then through those videos and all that stuff, that will get you the stuff you need. And then people will, it's like more authentic and genuine. Then everyone's just like, yeah, well, you just want to make money from us, bro. We're struggling, blah, blah, we don't have money. And it's just like, yeah, because you didn't, if you would just pay me, then you wouldn't have that problem.
Yeah.
But I think sometimes people don't see it that way.
Yeah, typically not. Yeah, they don't see like further on down the road or whatever. Especially, I mean, yeah, because it can, like what I do and with what you do, I mean, it can help them so much, and it's like it doesn't really cost them that much in the grand scheme of things. Like,
I think what I've heard Alex Hormozi talk about is like when you're like when you know to charge and charge more is like when people are asking you. It's like in the beginning, if you don't have people asking you, that means you got to just like go help people and prove that you can help them. And eventually people start asking you. And then when they start asking you, that's when you say, hey, this is how much it's going to be. So if you have friends that own restaurants and you're like, hey, I'm just going to go help these people, that way, like, how does that people know I can help them?
That's almost exactly how it happened,
Yeah, it's like, I'm going to do it for them. And then when other people start saying, hey, I saw this video, can you do it? It's like, okay, yeah, I will, but it's this much.
Yeah.
Because like now you're demanding it from me.
And they're already expecting it too.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Because I think if I help Samia with setting her stuff up and I show that and someone else says, hey, I need help setting up my website and my emails and all this type of stuff, they're probably not thinking like, yo, can you do all that for free?
No.
It's probably like, how much would it, I mean, even she already asked, like, how much would it be? But I think I don't show that. So I have a lot of people that I've helped, but I guess like, it was hard for me to connect like what stuff to show, because I also don't want to be the person that's like, for example, hey, I'm giving money to the homeless people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like showing it.
And sometimes it's like if let's say like maybe not you, but let's say someone is like, hey, someone in my family like passed away or something. It's like, all right, let's document this. That way I can show like, hey, you just have to. It's like to know what moments.
Right.
But I think what a lot of people maybe it's like not showing that stuff as much because that's more like an intimate conversation. But when people want help with the practical things, so I think that's what a lot of people need. Like, I'm not gonna just show like if someone's breaking down, like putting out the phone. I always feel like that's weird, even though a lot of females do that on Instagram. But I think it's like the practical things because that's the stuff I think people pay for in the beginning, and then once they get in there, they realize the other stuff is good too. And those people will probably be the ones that share that stuff for me and tell a friend. It's kind of like you know, if you're there for someone, they'll tell other people, hey, this is a good person or whatever like that.
Yeah, word of mouth.
Yeah, but yeah, I think that makes sense. Like, that's what I need to be spending my time doing more. Hey, how can I help in showing that stuff?
Yeah, and it just feels more organic because it is. I guess it just feels more like the natural way of things.
Mm-hmm.
And oftentimes it's like the more that you try to like force things, it actually like becomes harder. And then you just kind of like step back and do more like natural stuff. That's when like more things really take place. More things actually happen and move you to like the next level. At least in my experience.
Yeah, because sometimes like the way that you're doing it, it's like I'm like, bro, it's so against like what I feel like a lot of these entrepreneurs pitch, where it's like, yo, you need to be sending like 200 DMs every day, and I'm like, this dude will just work on a video and be like, all right, but then like stuff comes in, you know. But then some days we're like, all right, bro, we need money, and it's like in my mind, it's like, okay, like DM like everyone in this whole city and like ask them. But I guess people would probably say there's like a balance between that, like.
Yeah.
We could probably both be doing a little more of each, but I think in general, long term, like doing the organic stuff, like to where you're just helping and documenting it and then people finding out and then reaching out to you is probably better. Because people know, I think that's why I liked your stuff, because I was like, it doesn't come, like there's other people I'm like there's someone I know, and I'm going to say the name on this vlog, right? But it's like, and even Bassam told me, it's like I've invited them to go somewhere. And it's like they'll be funny about it because they want them to pay them to go. And it's like, you can't just go to eat, bro. It's like they have to pay them in order for them to come or them to like, or, you know, shoot a thing. And at some point I kind of get that. Like if the restaurants are reaching out to you, hey, come and make content. But I think when you're just only doing that, it comes across as funny versus like when I saw your stuff, I'm like, it doesn't even look like you're selling anything. It's just like, this is somebody that was just in Albania and wanted to show other people what it looked like. And I was like, oh, this is like a dope vibe. Like, it's super genuine.
Yeah, if you can keep the genuine part, I think the rest kind of follows. It might take a little bit longer, but you have a stronger foundation, I would say.
Yeah.
Because it's real.
Yeah, I think that's really what I got to focus on. And in these countries that I go to, I just need to help people and not worry about them being members, which in the back of my mind is like, bro, but you have stuff you got to pay for. How can you not be worried about that? But I think because I know a lot of people already here. And so like just helping them and being like, don't even worry about being a member. If you want to, like you can. I think in the beginning, like you're just, and eventually people ask, and then it's like, hey, is there like, I will do this, but I want to be able to show it. That way, if there's other people that need help with it, they can get the value. Yeah. But then also it helps like grow the brand too.
Yeah, and of course there's always like boundaries. Like you're not going to give someone like everything for free, but you'll at least like kind of you'll help them because that's what you want to do. But you're not going to give them everything that like a paid member would get because it also takes a lot of your time because you want to help out the people who are really in your membership.
Because someone asked me to meet up for a whole day. They're like, hey, can you meet up? Like, can we like get a place for a day and then you can like help me set all this up? And they're like, I'll get you like breakfast or something.
Like, yeah, definitely you can't do that for free.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, breakfast. I was like a coffee. I was like
a
coffee. I was like, you know how many coffees you'd have to buy me for that to be worth like hours?
Yeah, especially because you need to like do other things for like your members and stuff. So it's like this is a whole day.
I'm like, wait, it's one thing if it's like, hey, you need my help moving some furniture or something.
Yeah,
cool. You want me to help you do something that's gonna help you make money in the long term, because I'm setting all this stuff up for you that you'll be able to use for years, and you want in just a breakfast that in Morocco is going to cost you $5.
Yeah,
bro, come on.
Yeah, that trade-off isn't the best for sure.
So I think that's where it's like one thing even for you to like, hey, I'll make a video, and someone's like, hey, is there any way that you could like do this video and then do these stories and then come here and do this and do that? And it's like, bro, nah, bro, I'm not doing all that.
Yeah, that would be a lot.
So like me and Taylor were talking about earlier in the clip of me and him, our conversation, I think the main thing that I gotta do is not just the website. I think the website is gonna be good because people wanna know that when they come to it. But the main thing is gonna be is like actually helping people and people seeing the results, not just the website or anything, but actually me helping people and people like, oh, I want help with that same thing. Can you help me? And then they getting in from there. So it's just being more about, like we were talking about, just being more genuine and authentic and just like actually going out and helping people. So one thing that I do once a week is I go through, I watch these vlogs and I take notes. So I think I might have showed this before, but if you're doing YouTube, I highly suggest doing this. I'll just go into each video. So I'll kind of show you. So I come in here, I go to the analytics, and then what I'll do is I'll go to engagement, and then I'll come down here. Let's see, I gotta go to like an older one. These are like too new. So let's see, this is 67, so I'll start on 68, this one. All right, so I'll come in here, I'll go to engagement, and then I'll come down here, and then I'll look at this graph. I'll take a screenshot, I'll put it in here, and then I'll just take some notes. So then each video, I can actually, each week I can kind of improve. So it helps me make notes. So if you're doing YouTube, I suggest doing that. Or you can do that kind of with anything, but just look at like what you're already doing and then take notes. So I think, I'll come back to the camera. I think sometimes it can be easy to get like discouraged of your progress and you're like, oh man, like you just start feeling bad. And instead I like to focus on like what I can actually, what I have control over. So instead I'll be like, let me take notes and then think about what I can improve. So I'm not thinking about how bad anything sucks. I'm thinking about like how much better it could be. So every week, just on Monday or once a week, I just go through the last like 4 to 5 vlogs. I take notes and then I'll apply those notes to the intro or whatever it is that I need to do. So I wanted to show you that in case you're doing YouTube too. And then if you have any YouTube questions, that's where I could help you, you know, in the Undeterred membership. So you can always check that out, you know, as you know, the links are below. Gonna end the vlog out here today. Oh man, I hope that this vlog kind of shows you like, sometimes you start the day off and you're like, bro, forget this day, this sucks. I don't want to do anything. I'm freaking worn out, I'm exhausted, I'm over it. But if you push through the day, you get really, really good ideas, you feel better, things change, and that's how life is over time. Like the way you feel right now is not how you're gonna feel tomorrow. So sometimes you just gotta keep pushing through that pain. It sucks, it's hard, but it's hard for everybody that's trying to achieve a dream. So you just got to push through that. And I feel like God is really calling me to do this in an organic way. I've always really been like, I got to have a big social media following. I got to use ads. I got to use YouTube. I got to use Instagram. I think those things will be a part of it. But I think right now God's like, connect with the people. Made so much sense about what Taylor was talking about of how he does with his content of like, just he goes and helps businesses, some for free. And then because people see what he does, now they want to follow him. And for me, it's like, I want to help people so bad, but I'm like, I have this membership that I'm trying to get them in so I can help them. But I need to just help people. And then people see that I help people. And then they'll be like, okay, I get it because I've seen it. Not because I heard about it, I seen it. And then they'll get in. And then that starts word of mouth and all these other things. And so, man, look at those shoulders. Y'all feel me? Let's good. Oh, I need to get back in the gym. It's been like a year, bro. Oh, so many things I got to do. Anyways. Yeah, I think just creating this content, like helping people turn that into content. So if you're in Morocco or if you need some help and it like, just hit me up. Like I would love to have people I can help and I can just document that, whether that's a video call, in person. Like I want to help more people. So if that's you, comment, send me a DM for the numbers. So if you're new, at the end of the vlogs, I share the numbers for the business and what I'm trying to do. So one thing that I created is a way that people can support the mission of me trying to help other people around the world achieve their dreams financially. Because a lot of times what people need is finances. And so right now we're at $112 per month. It's not a lot, but it goes into me having, right now, primarily that goes into me having to run the business because I have to do a lot for the membership. Like just what I hosted in is like $300 almost. Then I got like so many different things I have to do just to run the business, then actually helping people. And I want to get to a point where my business covers all my business expenses and that money is just to help other people. But this right now allows me to just run the business and survive. What I want to do, and I'll talk about that later, is I want to have like a GoFundMe. So for Bassam, he needs to have more fryers. I can't remember if I talked about this before, but he needs more fryers, and so I want to have a GoFundMe. So eventually, I'm going to create a GoFundMe for him. I think I was talking about it on my Instagram story, but he needs more fryers. That way, he can fry more food at the same time. So I want to create a GoFundMe for him, and that way, other people that I meet around the world, I can create GoFundMes, and like we can all help them financially. I really want to help people. Second thing is the membership. I always put the number at the bottom of the screen, so that's what the number is of where I'm at now in terms of getting to that 15K per month. And so if you have a dream that you want to achieve and you like my help and the help of other people around the world, like the link below, I'll put the link below to get free access for 7 days to actually check it out. And then the other thing is every day I'm sending 1 or 2 emails with different tips to help you achieve your dreams. So that's 100% free. And if you'd like to check that out, link is below. Either way, I appreciate you tuning in to these vlogs, especially if you watch all the way to the end. I'm gonna go maybe play a game of chess and watch a show, and see y'all on the next one. Además.